Hey guys! Alright, real talk. Most newbies in Raid Shadow Legends screw up the exact same thing. They think it's just a collection game, like collect heroes and chill, as if you just stack champs and vibe. But nah, reality hits harder. If you don't get what you're farming, why the hell you're farming it, and when to do it, your progress just freezes. Straight up, you'll be wasting energy like crazy, going nowhere, and wondering why other accounts are zooming ahead while yours is stuck in the mud. In this video, I'm gonna break down the whole farming system. XP, silver, gear, potions, scrolls, relics, all that good stuff. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the latest May promo codes and promo links. That's where the real juicy bonuses drop, giving you a solid boost right from day one. And make sure you watch this video till the end, cause I'll drop promo codes for free loot that everyone can grab. Both players with existing accounts and those who are just about to start. By the way, if you don't have an account yet, you're actually in a better spot. In the description, I left 4 exclusive starter packs from my channel. Pick any of them and jump into the game already with 2 epics instead of starting broke with nothing. And if that's still not enough, in my latest promo vids on the channel, you can snag a code for 1 more hero, epic, or even a freaking legendary. So yeah, if you want to stop farming blind like a bot and finally start making real progress, you're in the right place. It's 2GT with you, let's roll! XP, your very first and main grind. Without it, heroes don't grow, and if they don't grow, you're basically stuck in place, no progress at all. You level them up just to push your account forward, that's it. Silver, pretty simple here. You farm it literally everywhere you can. You need it to buy useful stuff in the market and upgrade your artifacts. This is the literal blood of your account. No silver, no game. Gear. Guys, this one is sacred. No proper gear equals your champ is just a dummy standing there doing nothing. You farm it in dungeons to turn your characters into actual killers, not NPCs. Each dungeon drops its own type of loot. Dragon, speed and accuracy. Gear for turn control and consistency. Fire Knight, Savage and Shield sets, damage plus survivability pressure builds, Ice Golem, defense gear, tanky, sustain focus stuff, Spider, accessories like rings, amulets, banners, all the extra stat juice. Basically, no gear equals trash champs, good gear equals your roster starts actually deleting content. Potions, they show up a bit later in your journey. Potions are needed for champion ascension, and without them, you just can't unlock your champ's full potential. You farm them in the keeps, special dungeon stages dedicated to potions. Each type of potion is used for upgrading skill ranks, rarity progression, unlocking new stat boosts, and increasing base champion attributes. Important thing to understand, potion farming is a support grind. You don't need to spam it 24/7 or live there non-stop. But at the same time, it's absolutely critical if you want to properly upgrade your key champs and not hit that annoying power wall where your progress just stops dead. Scrolls and relics. This is already some serious account tuning. After leveling your champs, the next step is masteries or scrolls. You farm them in the Minotaur's Labyrinth dungeon, and they give strong passive bonuses, more damage, better survivability, faster combat pace. But here's the key thing. Masteries are one of the most expensive early game upgrades. There are 2 paths. Farm Minotaur manually, slow as hell, but free, or buy masteries for 800 gems, fast, but expensive. For beginners, it's usually smarter to buy masteries only for your first main champ, your farmer carry, and then level the rest gradually through Minotaur farming. Basically, spend smart, don't burn gems early, or you'll feel it later. What are relics? Relics in Raid Shadow Legends are a separate champion power system that works on top of your normal gear and masteries. Basically, relics are special items that give your champ extra boosts like HP, ATK, DEF, SPD, and other attributes, plus unique passive effects that sometimes honestly feel straight up OP. On top of that, they boost specific mechanics like damage, survivability, or control. Important thing, relics don't replace artifacts. They just stack on top and further enhance an already built champion. Each relic comes with its own rarity, quality, base stats, extra effects, and sometimes activation conditions, like on crits, on kills, or at the start of a round. You don't farm relics from normal dungeons, you get them through the Forge, special events and activities, and various content rewards. It actually makes sense to start collecting them only when you already got a solid core team at level 60, your main gear and mastery dungeons are cleared, and you're slowly stepping into mid-game or straight-up endgame territory. Relics give you stuff artifacts simply don't. We're talking build-specific buffs, new mini-mechanics slapped onto your champs, and a way to squeeze every last bit of power out of a character. And yeah, sometimes the right relic straight up outperforms a normal gear upgrade. No joke. In Raid, farming is not just killing mobs, it's a full account progression loop. All resources work like one connected chain. XP levels up your champs, silver, lets you upgrade gear, makes your heroes stronger and speeds up farming. Masteries give passive boosts to damage and survivability, and potions unlock champion potential through ascension. Simple idea. The faster you spin this loop, the faster your account grows. That's exactly why proper farming in Raid can speed up your progression by a lot. You're not just playing the game, you're constantly turning weak champs into strong ones, and strong ones into even more broken versions of themselves. The game has multi-battle attempts. This is a system where, once you start it, the game automatically runs fights in auto mode, finishes them, collects rewards, and immediately jumps into the next run, until you hit the set number of attempts or run out of energy. And then there are super raids, a feature that lets you get double rewards from a single run. Basically, it's a speed farming mode where one clear counts as two, and you instantly receive boosted loot, XP, and resources. Important detail, the fight itself isn't actually duplicated in real time. The system just calculates and gives you doubled rewards instantly. Super raids only work on stages you've already cleared and unlocked for auto farming. They're mostly used in dungeons like Dragon's Lair, Spider, Fire, Knight's Castle, and also campaign stages in the later game. You also need enough progression and stable team strength to farm those stages consistently. Both systems are basically built around speeding up your grind. Multi-battle handles the repetition, while super raids boost efficiency per run. Together, they massively speed up account progression, resource farming, and overall time efficiency in mid to late game. And yeah, make sure you watch till the end. I've got promo codes you can use, and they give pretty solid starter packs with stuff like multi-battles, silver, and basically everything you need to kickstart your account. If you want to level your account efficiently, your path always leads to campaign on Nightmare difficulty. We push confidently up to stage 12-3. This is the sweet spot, best silver per energy thanks to all the shields you sell. But if you're chasing pure, raw XP, then switch to 12-6. It gives slightly more experience, but your silver income will drop faster. You always run the classic 1+3 setup, 1 strong damage dealer, and 3 food champs. All the XP goes into the newbies, while your main carry does all the work. Honestly, this is still one of the fastest ways to power level in the game. And if you still don't have an account yet, that's actually not bad, because instead of wasting weeks grinding from zero, you should start with the right champions from day one. In the description, I left 4 exclusive bonus links that give you a huge early game boost. The mechanic is simple as hell. You get one epic champ immediately after registering through the link, and a second one gets delivered to your inbox once you hit level 25. Here are 4 of the best starter packs for fast progression. If you're planning to play seriously and jump straight into clan boss grinding or pushing Doom Tower, go for the pack with Anax and Lady Annabelle. Anax is a solid boss DPS. He melts enemies with poisons and shreds their defense. Lady Annabelle is a perfect early game support. She brings leech for sustain and can even revive allies if the fight drags on. Together, they give you a strong head start, plus decent resource value right away. For those who've seen a thing or two floating around, the best pick is Tyrell and Ana. Tyrell is a strong defense champ with solid control. He hits attack down and speed bar reduction, basically shutting enemies' turns off while soaking damage, while he holds the front line. Ana comes in as your main damage dealer, dropping huge bursts and applying the weaken debuff. Need a reliable backbone plus poison pressure? Go for the pack with Rector Drath and Fane. Rector Drath is one of the best supports early on. She hides your team behind a Veil buff and boosts resistance massively, keeping everyone alive. Meanwhile, Fane quietly deletes bosses with her poison daggers and consistent debuff stacking. And from this link you can grab a strong combo, Ultimate Galek and Zargala. Galek is basically your ticket to easy boss clears thanks to his HP burn mechanics, while Zargala just wipes entire waves in campaign and dungeons with brutal AoE damage. On top of all the links, don't forget about loyalty rewards. You'll guaranteed get Shaman and Jizo, and then just by logging in regularly, you'll keep getting solid champions every month. The best ones for farming in that pool are Khatun for speed boosting, Dark Elhain for fast ice clearing, and of course Syl of the Drakes, who basically becomes the backbone of your account for months. With a roster like that, the grind stops feeling like a grind. Guys, if you've made it to this point, you're either really curious, listening to this in the background, or you've already registered through one of my promo links and now you're like, okay, what do I actually do next? So, here's the deal. Throughout your entire playthrough, you'll constantly be building different versions of your team. You'll swap champions depending on the dungeon, and that's totally normal. Every dungeon basically demands its own specialist. someone to tank hits, provide control, and break down the boss, like Coldheart, who absolutely demolishes Spider's Den, or Allure, who perma-controls Fire Knight and lets you casually walk through most PvE content. But once you step into Arena, or God forbid, Lev Arena, things get sweaty real fast. At the core, you've got two main team styles, attack or defense. Attack comp is all about speed, tempo, and massive damage. You're basically trying to delete the enemy before they even get a turn. A standard setup looks like a turn meter booster, a damage dealer, a debuffer, and a fourth slot flex. Either another buffer or a control champ that just shuts the enemy team down completely. And then the flow goes like this. Turn meter boost, apply debuffs, drop the damage, and wipe them off the map. First, you speed up your team. Second, you strip them down with debuffs. Third, you hit like a truck. Fourth, you just watch everything disappear. Now the defense setup is a lot more complex, and you'll only really start using it later, in mid-game or endgame if you pull the right champions. At the core, you need a strong aura champ with high resistance, so fast enemy teams can't just roll you, reset cooldowns, and stack debuffs that completely ruin your squad. In this kind of team you always want support, support, control, damage. Yeah, double support, one control champ, and a damage dealer. Sometimes it even turns into 3 supports plus 1 DPS, and in some cases your team becomes so tanky and annoying that it basically refuses to die. Opponents just start rage quitting because you constantly break their tempo and mess up their whole pattern. That's how regular arena works, but when you step into live arena, you're gonna be like, what the hell is this? It's a completely different game. Why? Because instead of 4 champs, you pick 5, and 1 gets banned. So now, you're not just building a team, you're building a backup reality, where any key champ can disappear at any moment. So your whole draft has to assume, this guy might get banned, so I need a replacement ready. And honestly, that's where live arena gets really addictive. You start reading metas, watching common picks, learning what to ban, or even baiting bans on purpose, picking champs that force your opponent to waste their ban slot. It becomes a full mind game. Experiment, adapt, learn the patterns, and you'll climb way higher than you expect. And now, like I promised, promo codes time, free resource boosters for everyone. If you haven't used them yet, enter them now while they're still active. If it says the code is invalid, it just means you already used it before and forgot about it. Also, don't forget to claim your resources from the inbox. There are limits, so don't just leave them sitting there forever. Mid-game code: 5 stars chicken, energy, and multi-battles to speed up your upgrades and not get stuck grinding forever. 30 XP brews and 150 multi-battles. Just turn it on and farming runs itself while you do your thing. Tournament boost: energy, resources, and 100,000 silver so you can squeeze out extra points and upgrade your gear on time. 500 Plarium points, plus resources, a rare progression currency used for extra progression boosts and exclusive rewards. And that's it from me, guys. Drop a like, write your thoughts in the comments. It was me, 2GT. Wish you all the best, and remember, we're all gonna end up in Platinum anyway.